Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got some spiciness to get into today, folks, because after I clobber this guy... Nah, we're not spectating him. We're going to find somebody good to spectate, because if I can do that to you, well... Today I want to talk about my wish list for Warzone and what's to come. Obviously, with the Black Ops 6 integration, I've been talking about this quite a bit, and I don't have all of my thoughts fully together on it, but while we spectate a game, see this guy... Notorious even rocking the RGO, and this is the old school gun from Modern Warfare 2 as well. Hey, fingers crossed he gets the dub. He doesn't even have an extended mag in it. There's no possible way that happens, but there's two people spectating. Maybe that guy did see me fall. Anyways, I wanted to go through some of my thoughts and what my hopes are. Obviously, I'm more of a big map player on Urzikstan, which we're playing now anyways. They're going to be dropping Area 99, which... Excited to see it in the first place. Please give us new maps, more content, all about it. But if you had to ask me for the development, and a lot of you guys do, Stone, what do you think about the future of it, whatever, what would you like to see for it? I am very much so more in favor of more big map content. Even if it isn't a completely brand new map, i.e. Verdansk, I am down to have that map back. I would love to see more big maps iterated on. I was kind of hoping that we would get one with Black Ops 6. Either it be Verdansk at the launch of it for Season 1, or we get another big map like Urzikstan came out. We had Caldera, we had Al Mazrah. Like, we've had a lot of the big maps in total, and I think they've all been pretty fun. Caldera was a little bit more central with the middle volcano. That was also similar to Al Mazrah with that central mountain that you could go up on top and parachute almost anywhere on the map. This one is much more spread out, you know, having the pretty much no real central hotspot. Black sites kind of completely changed the way that the game was played back in Modern Warfare 2. Into this one, they're not really as popular. You can kind of really go anywhere that you want to. And even the hotspots that they added in Season 5, you don't know where any of the hotspots even are unless you play the game enough to know where they are. So I don't think that's really changed. Like, here's the hot drop spot. Even with Superstore that they added wasn't super crazy. I like that they added it, though. Like, to me, the addition of Superstore, the redo that they did of Pop-Off Power in a year, that's the only change that we've seen. Back in Verdansk, they changed this... Dude, what is this guy doing? What is this guy doing, bro? I kind of like it, but he's gonna die. In Verdansk, we had, like, remember they added the red doors? The dam up in the northwest of the map? Completely. They erased the whole thing and completely changed the entire design for it. I mean, so many different parts of the map. They completely redid it and changed the way that it even looked. Even remember the tower that they added in downtown? And the bank heist event that they added was crazy. That tower was... I mean, it was so much fun. I feel like we haven't seen that level of commitment to it, but I think it's also because there's so much more spread. They're really focused on resurgence. This entire year has been ranked resurgence, new resurgence maps from Fortune Keep coming back to Rebirth, of course, coming back. They did get rid of Ashiko, whatever, but the entire focus has been more on that. And really competitive as a whole, right? They've doubled down on the ranked mode, on bringing it into the massive sweat close range. Sniping's not it. You know, we're bringing this into SMG, AR territory, slide cancel your ass off movement, high skill, build the skill gap, cater to the higher tier players. I think that's kind of what I'm saying with it, right? They're trying to make this for the sweats, the people who are playing the game massive amounts, and they want them to have even more hours on the game, go towards the whales, get them to spend as much money as they can on all the bundles, etc., etc. I think that's more of the focus, but I don't necessarily think that should be the way it is. And I think this is something that, from what I could tell, from what I've seen on World of Warcraft side, this is something else that Activision Blizzard also does, is they try and cater to that even with, like, the PvP arena guys, the raid guys, the mythic raiders, whatever, rather than going to just the general casual player base. And I'm starting to realize that more so on this game as well. If you guys remember, even early Verdansk, they had a sniper-only mode. They had a bunch of different LTMs that they would drop every once in a while that were just kind of fun ways to play the game that they still have done touches of here and there, but it is far more spread out. It is not something that is, I would say, a main focus for how they are playing the game or who they're catering to. And look at, we've been spectating this guy for how long? He still has 0 kills and he's running around with an RGL. We don't even need to talk about a skill gap. Oh no. Oh no.
Where are you running, brother?
Yeah, okay, we found one of the good players. This might be one of the ways. This guy's just zippity doo-dahing out here. And now we're spectating him. See if we can get the spectate him. But Resurgence says, oh no, we gotta spectate him in the gulag first. I forgot. All right, Notorious, let's see what we got. Come on, man, win this goo. Oh. Both throw Semtex at the same time. Good angle choice. Terrible accuracy. Just terrible. Gotta drop your sensitivity and practice that, man. Just go up against the bots, practice. Nonetheless, they increase big map content, even if it's POI, updates, everything. I would rather have that than the gameplay shifts. Them removing the backpacks, making it so there's floor loot perks. I think we're just rearranging the chairs a little bit here. Not necessarily going to be like, oh man, they made it so you can pick up perks on the ground again. That's so cool. You know, I think the maps are a little bit, at least for me, that's more enticing than the gameplay loop changing or changing it back to, oh, now we have to go hit loadout twice because we don't have guaranteed overkill. I thought that was a really great change about this game. I thought they made a lot of really good changes into Modern Warfare 3. This guy's just sitting in the corner. He wants the ambush. Early damage on. Got him, Combat Scout. He's not making any good use of it, though. Nothing at all. Even changing the way that the metas work. I like that they've been adding new guns and they make them powerful. Gives you something to do. Oh, he hit decent shots there, too. Big troubles. This is the movement guy. This is what we want to see here. But, like, that keeps the game more fresh for the recurrence of me, more so than... but they don't lean in enough on the maps, I guess, is my main point with that. Easter eggs. Even going back about Verdansk, how they had, like, the red doors that would come in. The underground subway that they added to the game for rotations. Even Caldera, they added that whole transit underground teleport system to it. Changes the way that you rotate and move, rather than changing like the core structure of how loadouts work, right? Which they're doing again. Removing the bag, which I kind of think is going to be more of a win and may make up for it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What do we, Oh, boy. We're using an ARM 100-round mag. No stock on the back. This is probably the floor loot one with the floor loot cat sniper from miles away here. 0 shot. This Big Trouble is in big trouble. This guy he's got to be a new player. I don't think could have possibly been playing for this long. When you're talking about Resurgence, though, I think those players are a little bit more... I think he's kind of like some of the multiplayer guys, and obviously multiplayer has ranked. The thing with multiplayer is, though, is they still have so many little custom games, events, LTMs that they add to that, but they need less players to even make it queue in the first place. So I think they get a little bit more spoiled because of that. They get to have those things. But I just don't feel like Warzone, at least, and I've said this for years, and a lot of people might get mad at me for this in general, but it is what it is, man. To me, Battle Royales are just so much more boring to watch competitively. I like to watch, you know, people that I know in competitions and watching some of these big names or whatever play against each other. I think that's more fun, even if I'm not in it. Like, you know, obviously I like to play in some of them as well, but even if I'm just watching it, like, I'm more enticed to do that than to see, like, the #1 best player of whatever, because a lot of times those strategies are just so annoying to watch, and you're sitting in the gas, putting down PDS systems, trying to live, rather than people just getting into a good fight. Like, what you see in a regular pub match of what we are spectating here is completely different from what you would see in an actual closed lobby competitive pro match, which is also completely different than what you see in ranked. People in ranked Resurgence right now, it is just like, it is such a, especially when it first came out, you like get a kill tag on, you get a hit on them to get the assist to maximize your skill rating, your SR, and it's just, I just couldn't even, it doesn't feel like Battle Royales. They have this storytelling and narration that's so epic of you going through. I mean, how many of you guys have a story of your either first win or playing with the boys, getting some crazy win where you held down, you managed to play the gas at the end, and then you managed to get this crazy win in a game with 150 people or 200 people, what we used to have in the game. They shrunk everything down. There's less players. It's just a whole lot of respawn, and you don't remember anything because you just keep spawning and going and going and going. And it just feels like you're playing TDM in a lot of ways with some of these resurgence things that they've done. To where I don't think like the competitive aspect necessarily needs to be even it. Just have it be a fun, cool, casual experience. Create some custom crazy modes. That's why I always, I mean, you guys, I'm a broken record if you heard me talk about some of these custom games, being able to just set up my own stuff. And that's what we do a lot of times. We'll do sticks and stones. We did the spears and the bow only with throwing knives when that came out. It was incredible, man. We had a bunch of fun with it. But like, why isn't that the main mode, and that's the way that you play and even unlock the guns? I don't want to go grind multiplayer and do these stupid challenges to unlock these weapons versus, like, what if you just got to go play a Sticks and Stones mode in Battle Royale on this map, and then at the end of it, you unlock it? Everybody would play that mode to unlock it, and you'd at least have a good week of playing that mode before it's completely dead, right? Because they have done some of these custom modes, and nobody plays it because there's not really a reward to do it. You can't do nukes in it. You can't get nuke streaks. Doesn't count to any of your win-loss, your KD. None of that matters. So you're like, why am, you know, especially if you do have the other option, why would you play that? Is it pretty fun? Sure. But why not even have it count for the stats? Maybe more people would be pissed on that in general. But like, I lean towards having fun on the games more so than the sweat and the competitive. Even pushing for my own KD for rank. I don't play ranked. I'm not a ranked player in general, so they're shifting it towards those people that are mega grinders, which I'm sure many people are happy about, and those grinders are going to be very happy to be playing Verdansk ranked. But also, like, I think the majority of like the casual players and the people who may even come back for this are just not gonna care. Like, I play the game all the time. I don't even want to play ranked on Verdansk. It sounds miserable. I get so pissed off playing that. I'd rather have fun when I'm playing than trying to play for ranked. And ever since I pushed for Predator on Apex Legends and I got that, I never wanted to play ranked again. And that was with a good team. I enjoy playing with a good team for ranked. It could still be painful. It's really intense, whatever. It has its own element of fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be any ranked, whatever. But after doing that, and then, like, if you don't have a team, then there is no shot I'm playing any more random fill ranked. It is miserable doing that. At least join in on our Discord and find some people to play with. I know there's a number of people that do that. But that's kind of where I'm at with it. I'm curious of what you guys think. Obviously, we're going to have to kind of wait and see what they do. But I really hope they actually focus on some more of the fun of the game. Rather than just the competitive side and just coming up with crazy. Even like remember the fire bullets that they did that were launching you through the air in Caldera? It was so much fun, man. They have so much options and flexibility. And so anyways, they focus more on that. Absolutely cooked instantaneously. Holy shit. Oh, Mac, here we go. Let's follow with him. As well as bigger maps, like, I think they could push the envelope with Warzone. I don't know. With some of the servers and how the way the game works, maybe they can't. Maybe this is too optimistic. But I think the direction that would be more fun for them to push in, I'll put it to you that way, if they could figure it out, is making the servers more stable and bigger. If you could have 300 people in a gigantic map, I think there is still a massively untapped potential for something like that, because now you've got an insanely epic story of, you know, coming out 1 out of 300 people making it out. It's already, like, it was already mind-blowing to go 1 in 100, 150, right? 100 still really good, 120 still as well. I mean, that's what the game is currently at right now. We're down to the top 9 of this game. Mac misses a couple shots, got the crack. He could push this out. Stops, gets the replay off of the slow play. That is a crazy thermite to throw. I wouldn't waste that. Great head glitch here, though.
I can smell their fear.
Because eventually it always comes down to the end, and especially in solo. That is something I think this game has done well, is that they actually have kept up on the solo play. And they have finally catered more towards the solo players for the sake of, like, they removed the helicopters from the game. Although, I bet you, let's see, when Solos comes out on the new map, if they have a helicopter in Solos again. Almost every time when they re-release a new map or something, they leave the helicopters in the game in Solos still. And vehicles are completely busted as they need to balance it. But they have balanced it out for it. And having Solo's Resurgence as a constant recurring mode this season has been really cool. They've done a couple buyback modes, which have been cool to see. I think that could, some element of that could probably even just be a permanent way of playing Solos. Not sure. Gulag entries have been great. Redeploys have been great. Kept the game a little bit more interesting, but now we're into the top 5. It's a little slower here. We're not going crazy in a close-range rebirth. Like, look at this ending. Big hill, trying to control for height. No sniper on it, though. I mean, that would be the other element that I feel like I got to throw in of my wishes for a future game, as well as... Listen, if you were asking me, I do think that mouse should be more competitive, and you should see some of the mouse guys at the top. Although, the solution to that might be to just completely split the PC players out from the console. Let the console just be Xbox and PlayStation, and then have the PC players be in their own complete world. I do think, realistically, that would be the better thing to do, and I think they probably should have done that sooner to retain all of the players on console and, like, all the people that were in it. I know you can turn off cross-progression or cross-play on some of the consoles, but the PC audience, I don't think it has enough players overall to queue all the modes and ways people play. Some people are playing multiplayer. There's 10 million, you know, there's a bunch of playlists there. Trying to fill 120-player lobbies now on solos, duos, trios, quads, and Resurgent solos, duos, trios, quads. That is a lot to fill across the entire world. And, you know, even with the game as it is, with crossplay, I know a lot of my Australian buddies, they can't even get games to queue.
Gas is moving.
So it's almost like it's disappointing it's at where it's at, but here we are. Top 3 here. On the hill. Oh, sniped. He's got a self-res. I don't know what perks he has. I didn't see the health regenning, though. Sniped. Dead specialist there. So we did have... that's why he was able to plate while he was in the zone. Spots one down at the edge of the water. This is all the way down to the water ending. 1v1. Sniper in hand. Ashy. 13 kills on board. 12 spectators. Yep, that's exactly where he is. Somewhere out there, laying prone in the rocks. You got to top your plates as well here. You're going to want that top double C4, though. This could be big if you can close the range. Oh, this is the new zombie skin. I'm going to be getting this one. Look at how bouncy this stock is, though. The car is.
Get to the new safe zone.
It's not plating. Doesn't realize. That could cost him the game. Needs to land the headshot. In range for the one-tap. Swinging it left, no smokes. He's not checking for the plates. Prone crawling through the rocks. Hit the snipe. Oh my god. Good damage. Huge damage. 14 kills on board. Gets the dub. But yeah, that's some of my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I might need to put together a more concise video talking about some of this, just like I did for my Black Ops 6 recap thoughts. Maybe we'll do some more commentaries like this. Live spectate reacts. If you enjoy it, let me know. Give it a like. Got more topics you want me to discuss? Let me know in the comments as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. StoneMountain 64. Over and out.